What is up, woke family? It's your boy Wokey Bucks, and I'm back again with another video. So the topic that we'll be discussing in this video today is in regards to why we will not fall victim to temptations. The one thing that you have to understand is that when you're on your journey to success, when you're on your journey to spiritual breakthrough with your relationship with the Most High, financial breakthrough, mental breakthrough, and physical breakthrough, you're going to have so many temptations that are going to come in the way that are going to try to move you off your course towards greatness, move you off your course towards developing that relationship with the Most High, move you off course towards you being able to lift yourself up financially, move you off your course of you being able to develop your financial and mental thought process, right? Move you off your course in order to be able to help you. That's going to be able to help you grow in your physical fitness level. You're going to have temptations in the forms of people, temptations in the forms of material possessions. You're going to have temptations in the form of spirits that are going to come into your life, that are going to come in your way to be able to move you off of course. I'm here tonight to tell you that you should stop falling victim to temptations. You should not allow temptations to be able to overcome you. I want to make one point clear and say that you're always going to see temptations. You're always going to experience temptations. But you need to be spiritually strong. The more spiritually strong you are with the Most High, He gives you the willpower to resist temptations. He gives you the freedom to understand that more things are coming in your path, but you got to be strong now, right? You got to be strong now. Temptations are always going to be there. I don't have a problem with temptations. I have a problem with myself yielding to temptation, right? Temptation is a sin at the end of the day. If you yield to sin, then you're sinning against God. Then you're not living your life the right way, right? You're not growing in your relationship with the Most High so He can bless you financially. He can make you richer, bless you physically in your physical fitness level, right? Bless you mentally, right? If you don't have your mental together, how do you think you're going to be able to develop your spiritual? Or not spiritual, my bad. If you don't have your mental together, how do you think you're going to be able to build your physical, right? It takes the mental willpower. How do you think you're going to be able to build your financial? It takes the mental willpower. Where does mental come from? Spiritual. Everything starts with spiritual. That's why I tell you, you cannot allow yourself to be a victim to temptation. You have to be spiritually strong. Temptation through the devil is always going to try to find a way to meander into your life, right? And I know I said previously that temptation isn't a bad thing, right? But the one thing you have to realize is that at the end of the day, it's not even more about it being a bad thing or a good thing. It's about you yielding to temptation. That's the problem when you yield to it, right? The problem is when you yield to temptation. You have to be spiritually strong. That's going to come from you praying more, right? Asking God to develop that relationship between yourself and Himself and showing you His will, right? And that's also going to come from meditation as well too. Take the time, even if it's 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day. Close your eyes and just allow yourself to be in sync with God and to not think. Just hear yourself breathing, right? We have to improve in every single day, and we have to improve in every single minute of our lives. That's not going to come if we're not praying. That's not going to come if we're not meditating to be able to grow spiritually, especially through our actions as well too. Spiritually is just not from praying and meditating. It's in our actions that we experience with other people, how we react to certain situations, how we try to live our lives in the best possible way by being more generous instead of being greedy, right? Helping people out more instead of expecting things back in return for us. How do we improve our lives? These are ways that we can use in order to be able to improve our lives. We have to do whatever is possible in our lives day in and day out to be able to become the greatest versions of ourselves. We're not going to be able to become the greatest versions of ourselves if we're yielding to temptation, right? And the thing you have to realize is that when you know temptation is there, you know temptation is there. Let me repeat that again. When you know temptation is there, you know temptation is there. Your sixth sense, especially if you're more spiritual, your sixth sense, which comes from the Most High, especially through your conscience, is going to tell you that the thing that's meant to be in your life, right, or the thing that's in your life right now that you're experiencing, the temptation, is either good for you or bad for you. A lot of us have a problem. Why? Because we tend to ignore our sixth sense. We ignore our gut feeling. And when you ignore your sixth sense and your gut feeling, you're going to end up getting in trouble because your gut feeling was telling you the truth 99% of the time, 100% of the time, right? Trust your instinct. Trust your sixth sense. Trust your gut feeling. Trust your spirituality. Right? The more spiritual you grow, God gives you the spirit of discernment, which basically tells you what the situation is without even you knowing the truth. Right? The thing is that you know the truth, but the thing is that you haven't physically seen the truth. You have to be able to discern between certain things. Pay attention to signs, pay attention to signals. That either certain things that are happening in your life are not meant for your life. Certain people are not meant for your life, and listen, it's okay. If certain things are meant for your life and certain people are meant for your life, let them go. God is going to bless you. But you have to be able to become more spiritual. When you become more spiritual, you're not going to be able to yield to temptation as much. The spirit of discernment is going to be in you to determine what is good and bad. And whatever is not good, you flee away from it. You flee from it. Right? We have to continuously improve our lives day in and day out. That's not going to happen if we're not focused on developing our lives spiritually. If we're not focused on developing our lives mentally. If we're not focused on developing our lives physically. If we're not focused on developing our lives financially. They all are in sync in order to be able to help us to become the greatest versions of ourselves. We in our lives have to choose what's important to us, and whatever is not important to us, we kick it to the curb. Let me repeat that again. We have to choose in our lives what is important to us. What is important to us, we guard it with our heart. The things that are not important to us, we kick it to the curb. A lot of us are focused on things that are not going to help us to be able to become greater. But we still focus on it like it's important, like it matters. Why does it matter if it's not helping you to grow? Why does it matter if it's not helping you to grow? Why does it matter if it's not helping you to grow? Why? These are the things that you want to eliminate from your life because they're going to bring you sadness. They're going to bring you grief. They're going to bring you disappointment. They're going to bring you anger. They're going to bring you selfishness. They're going to bring you evil. Evil. They're going to bring you evil. And we detest evil with everything in us. We, the woke ones, right? We are woke, which means we developed our spirituality. We're developing our spirituality, which is being given to us from the Most High. We got to focus on the things that matter, and the things that don't matter, we kick it out. They're not important. They're not going to have a stake in our life. Our life should be too precious to us to allow certain people, allow certain material possessions, allow certain spirits to meander their way in through temptation, to be able to tempt us from doing the work of the Most High. You have to realize the more you grow spiritually, the more woke you become, the more the Most High is going to bless you. You want to be blessed by the Most High to be able to do more of His work, regardless. Right? Don't do more of His work because you're being blessed. Do most of His work to be able to do the things that He wants you to do on this earth so that you can be blessed by Him. Focus on the things that matter. Stop yielding to temptation so that you can become more woke and you can grow spiritually with the Most High. If you understand, it's because you're woke. If you don't understand, you're not woke. This is going to be the end of this video. If you like this video, make sure you go spam that like button. Leave comments. Share this video with your friends. Subscribe to the channel at WokeEbooks. WOKEEBUKS. Tap the notification button to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below, so with social media links. So make sure you give those a check. Without further ado, this is going to be the end of this video. This is WokeEbooks, and I'm out, man.